Okay, we are chugging right along here, and we are up to page 4 and 5 of the Sound of Spring album, and they're mirror images of each other. So it'll go pretty quick because you'll basically get to do 2 pages in one. So I have my page 4. Here's the other side of my 3. So I put a 4 up there, and I'm going to label my next pocket page, page 5, and turn it over, and 6. So I can work on these side by side pretty much. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you all your measurements, and then you can write these down and cut 2 of everything. So flap A is 7 7/8 by 5 1/2. 2 lines before 8. Do 2 of those. B is 7 7/8 by 6 1/2. And basically that's from the same sheet of paper because 6 1/2 and 5 1/2 is 12. So you just use what you cut off. So cut your 7 7/8 first, and then the rest will be from the same sheet of paper. C is going to be a pocket, so that's 6 by 5 1/2. So now D and E, we're going to do the same thing. So D is 9 by 7 1/4, and E is 8 7/8, almost, it's 2 lines before 9 by 4 3/4. So the 7 1/4 and 4 3/4 adds up to 12. So they will also be from the same sheet of paper. And all you need to do here is cut 2 lines off. So that's 1/8 of an inch off of the 9-foot side, a 9-inch side. So 2 of everything. And now you can pause, so I give you time because I already cut my page 5. So we're going to put these in order so we can score them. Okay, so flap A, and I'm going to score these at the same time. I've got my 2 piles here. And I'll take flap A, the first flap A, and that's a left-hand flap on page 4 and a right hand on the other. And we're going to score a 1/2 inch with the 5 1/2 inch side facing the top. I'll put that on this side. Do this one. Put it over here. Okay, so B, that is going to be the other side. So we're going to score 1/2 inch with the 6 1/2 inch side facing the top. That goes over there. And this is in the middle of the book, so it works out pretty well. Okay, so C is a pocket, and I want to make sure I get this right. So the pocket, we're going to score on 3 sides, and we're going to start with the 6-inch side facing the top. Let me get my ruler and just make sure that that is the 6-inch side. Yes, it is. So put that in here. Okay, one goes over there. Let me make sure. Yep, that's right. Okay. Now this is the pocket that has that little oval cut out. So if you have an oval punch, and I will show you how to do that. But for now, let's leave it. Leave it. So, okay. D. So D is it's an insert that goes into our C pocket. So we want to score that in the middle. So that's going to be at 4.5. And we're going to have our 9-inch side facing the top. And score this right in the middle at 4.5. Okay, and E is a pocket. So I'm going to have my open side facing the top first. And by this point, you're probably just breezing by. You get the idea. I do like the pockets. It just gives you a lot of room. And it looks good. Okay, so we are ready to tape up everything. So I'm going to leave all of page 4 on one side and all of page 5 on the other so I don't mix up anything. Get my tear tool. Okay, D, we don't need tape for. Okay, so before we take our C pocket and fold it and everything, I'm going to be showing you how to use that oval punch and to line up. If you're gonna use that, I have to show you how you have to do it. Take the piece of paper you want, your design paper, and hold that up to it and punch them both at the same time before you put the pocket down. So I will show you that. So we're not going to take off that score tape just yet if you're going to do the oval. In some books, I've seen them where they take a thinlit border die, and if you have like a Sizzix or a Vagabond, you can put that on the pocket and make like a wave. So that looks pretty cool too. I decided to use this oval because I just thought it looked different. But again, if you don't do anything and it's straight across, that's fine too, because the paper in itself is so beautiful. There's going to be a lot of this paper that I can't cover up with pictures. It's too pretty. But so we have lots of little booklets and pullouts, and there'll be plenty of other places to put the pictures. And you can still see the beautiful flowers. And D does not get any tape. Okay, so I'm going to put this all side page 5 over there. And let's work on page 4 first. All right, so I'm just going to press down my tape. Here's our booklet. Okay. And the pocket. Alright, so I'm going to cut these corners of our pocket first. Same with this one. Okay. Might as well cut the other pockets too. While I'm doing that. So this way, page 5 is going to go together real quick. And it looked nice having them side by side. Okay, so let's get our flaps put on before I show you that pocket with the oval punch. So here's 4, and let's see, flap A is going to go on page 4, it's going to be on the left hand side, and on page 5 it'll be on the right hand side. So let's first do page 4, and that goes on the left hand side. So let's take our page, turn it, and we have a little bit of space at the top and bottom. And just make it go right to the end. Oops, I am off a little bit there. Slipped on me right at the last minute, so that's okay. There we go. Okay, so that's the flap that's going to have our pocket on it. So let's see. The right flap, let's just put that on. That's B. Okay. It's going to go on the other side. Okay. And let's put the pocket on the inside. So that is E. So that goes in here right between the two fold lines. So you'll have a little bit of space on each side. And there you go. That fits over nice. That fits over nice. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're gonna put, okay, so for the C pocket page, if you want to use the oval punch, I will just show you real quick what I did. So I have this oval punch from Stampin' Up, and I'm not sure, other places probably sell ovals too, but this is about not quite 2. It's 1 3/4 inches at its longest point. So on the other side, on the metal side, I don't know if you can see, I'll try to get up close, but I put two marks with my black pen right at the edge where I wanted to make this much of a curve. So I have a line in the middle showing me that it's the middle, but that's not exactly where I'm cutting because I don't want the oval to come up that high. I want it to just look like a curve. So I came a little bit below the middle, put a line where your center is, and that way what you'll do is you'll take, I'm not going to do it on this because I don't have the, I'm going to use a different designer paper so I can make another book the same, and that's going to be your bonus project. So I will just show you on the piece of paper. So say this black piece is your C pocket. You take your design paper and put it right up to the edge and take this hole punch. Let's see. And you line it up to where the black is just inside those 2 marks. So the mark that's just below the center of the oval, and I just punch it out. And that way when you go to decorate the page, you just have to take your design paper here and scooch it down a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch. Let me put something white under here so you can see. So you'll have a little bit showing, just like that. And then you can worry about how much to cut off the ends. But that's how you get it to line up, if you decide to do that. And then you'll have this punch and you can use it for lots of projects. I think it's a cool idea to do to your pockets. So I went ahead and bought it because I like using that. It comes out really nice. But that is optional. So let's get our magnets put on here. But basically, when this pocket goes down, I'm not going to fold mine yet and put it down because I got to pick out a design paper for here. But this little booklet fits right in there. And it goes to about here. And that's what it would look like. But in the meantime, let's get some magnets put down here. And then we will do the same thing to the other side. All right, so this flap is going to be a little heavy because of the booklet and the pocket. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a little bit bigger magnet. So let me just find that real quick. So basic gray, we usually use the small magnets, but they have ones that are medium size, and these come 12 to a pack. And I use them on heavy, thick things sometimes. You just need a little more power there. So I'm going to put a big magnet. If you don't have that, you can try using 2 small ones next to each other. And these you can also get on Amazon. There's another site I get from, it's called Craft for Less. They have it. But if you do a search for basic gray magnets, it'll show you all the different places that sell it and how much they are, so you can try to get a good deal on that. So I'm going to put one under here. And since it's bigger, instead of the 1/4 inch tape, I'm going to use the 3/8 inch tape. Some people actually also use this 3/8 inch tape even on the smaller magnets, and that way it covers more magnets so you don't see it. I've never really had a problem seeing it come through the paper or anything. So let's put that there, and that's going to go on top of our right hand flap. Right there. Okay, now this flap, I am going to put 2 right here because I just think this is going to lift up over here. Plus you got your pocket in the way. So I'm going to take 2 small magnets. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I'll put on my opposite. Okay, and then I'll tape these down. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm going to show you, actually before I show you how I decorated it, let's just do our other page. So you can go ahead and put this down and put this in here. I'm just going to wait. So I'm going to put mine in my pocket back here a little bit. Okay. The other thing I wanted to point out is if you are putting booklets in here, sometimes they move around, so it's your choice. But what I've done sometimes, and I might do it here just to show you, I'll take a magnet and put one right in here, somewhere around the middle, usually, like that. And when I go to make a booklet with my leftover paper, and this particular page is going to have a cute little kitty cat booklet, I will make the booklet first, and before I decorate the back side, I'll put the opposite magnet here with the sticky side facing up, and when I put the booklet in here, the magnet will stick to the back side, and then it won't fly around. So you can do, like, here's my example. I'll make this, we're going to make this kitty cat booklet, so cute, and I put it in here. It's got a magnet sticking there. I press down, and now it's on the back of here, and then the booklets don't fly around. So if you find that you don't like that when your inserts fly around, just stick a magnet in the middle, and that helps a lot. Okay, so that is page 4, and let's do the same thing with page 5. Only we're going to put everything on the opposite side. Okay, so we have our D, and that's our little booklet. So I'm just going to fold that over. Okay. I didn't press these down yet, so I'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we have our page 5 up there, and I wrote my 6 over there, so I will be ready for the next video. And on this side, page 5, the A flap, instead of going on the left, it just goes on the right. So here's my A. And there it is. So put this on the right hand side. Looks nice and straight. Turn it over, and we will put the B on the left. Just gonna scooch it over a little bit, making sure it lines up. Okay, so we have, let me make sure. My 6 is over there, which means the 5 is over here. Okay, so this is the side that the pocket goes on top of. Our pocket will go right there, and the booklet will go in there. So same thing. You can put yours down, but mine I want to wait till I'm using different design paper. So I'm going to hold that off for a second. Let's put our pocket in the middle. Bend this first. So I have a little bit of space on either side to be within those fold lines. Okay. Folds over real nice. Now let's get these magnets down. So this flap will have 2. Where's my magnets? Small ones. Okay. Tape came a little bit loose right there, so okay. Now, whenever you put the tape down, make sure you leave at least 1/8 of an inch, and that will be covered up with your paper. You just don't want to go right to the end. And then I'll just fold this over. Okay, and I'll put one in the middle like I did. That's up to you. Okay, so now this, I'm going to have a big one. Clean up all my pieces first. I'm getting little tape backings everywhere. Okay, so I have a big magnet. Oops, almost threw those away. Wasn't thinking straight for a second. Okay. That over there. So that is it. It's gonna look really nice. I'm gonna put my pocket in here just for now. And I'll show you what I did to decorate. You can also decide if you want to corner around your edges or not. Now let me see here. Okay. I'm noticing that this is flipping up a little bit. Let's see what I want to do about that. Yeah, you know, what I'm going to do is I am going to put a magnet right here. When I have the pocket in the booklet, that'll keep this down. But this is sort of, you can see how it's flipping up a little bit. So I'm going to put a small one on both my bottom corners. Oh boy, this last one is give me a hard time. So that is down nice in front. This page isn't going anywhere. Yeah, and I'll do the same thing over here because that's going to bother me probably. I'm picky that way. You can see if you can get away with without doing it, because again, you are going to have a pocket there. I don't want to take my chances. I just don't like the way that's flipping up like that. And the last step is decorating. So I will show you what I did. These two pages have kind of an animal and flower theme going on. So clean up my area and I will show you what I did. Okay, so this is page 4 and 5, and I took the piece of paper, this is from the Ciao Bella Spring, Sound of Spring, and there's a bird piece of paper. So what I did is first I cut out this side where I had this bird facing this about that high, and then this was left over, and you put that paper on top of your pocket, and you have to don't worry about the sides just yet. First, do your hole punch where that's lined up, and then you scooch it down a little bit, and then you put a pencil mark where your sides wind up. And the bird and the falling in love should fit on this page, on this pocket. This is from the same piece, and it goes down to, you want to make it go a little bit past that dip here. So right around here. And then when you put that in, you can take the backing off your pocket. I wound up corner rounding this. I have the 3 corner punch. So this was the medium size corner. So either small or medium, I just went a little roundier over there. On the inside, I have green from the Craft Consortium and this leafy paper from there also. And then look how cute. So since we're doing butterflies and birds and things, I have my kitty cat in here, and that's on one of the pages also. And green from the Craft Consortium. Just make sure if you put that magnet there before you put this back piece on, put the magnet with the glue facing up, and then put this in the pocket, press it down, and you'll have it on there. So this, you just take whatever the cat is left over. So I don't know the exact measurements, but mine wound up being where the booklet is. Let's see, I cut a piece of paper that was, let's see, this is 9 1/4 by 6 3/4. Score it in the middle. And I measured out the paper by putting it on top and putting my pencil marks where it would fit. Okay, this booklet we already cut out as part of our flaps, and it fits right in here. So I rounded this end to match this also. So page 5, page 5. Got my pocket on the other side. I use this, it's got blue and yellow going on. So I used the yellow from the Craft Consortium behind here. It goes with this splashy yellow there. This butterfly I just cut out from one of the, I don't know where it was. It was on one of the, let me look. Yes, it was on, you have a sheet of cutouts. Okay, so it matches this butterfly. This beautiful is from that sheet of cutouts also. And I got yellow all right here. So this page just looks really nice. This is from your second sheet. From our page 2, we had these blue flowers. So I made a nice big booklet with that. And there it is. So the pull-out there is, this is a leftover piece from this paper with yellow. The other side over here, page 4, this was all left over from, you got a duplicate of this paper. So that looks really nice side by side like that. So the next video, we are on page 6 already. Wow. So come back soon, and we are nearing the end almost. It gets a little teary at the very end, but I will see you for page 6.